Hello and welcome back to Mac at the Movies. Today I've got an unboxing for you. So we're going to get into this. First off, you see in the title below, In Search of Darkness Part 3. So you know what's inside here. But let's start out with, we have In Search of Darkness Part 1 and 2, which I picked up about like 2 years ago, I think is what it was. And then last year I got In Search of Tomorrow. So they're coming out with a second In Search of Tomorrow. So I plan to crowdfund that as well as I did these and this. So yeah, I really enjoy these documentaries. They're very lengthy. So you can put one on and spend most of your day just watching it. So it's a lot of fun. If you love horror, if you love sci-fi, it's fun to get into and just, I don't know, it's like all those documentaries you would see on VH1 or something like that back in the day, where it was just like the 50 scariest movies no one's ever heard of type thing. But this is a documentary about like every horror movie in existence, and the same thing is with In Search of Tomorrow. It's just about sci-fi though. Well, got one more cut on this. But I hope everyone out there is doing well. I know I am. Especially since I'm going to have 6 hours or whatever it is of... I think it's 4 hours. 4 hours. I am all congested and I'm feeling it. But In Search of Darkness Part 2 was 270 minutes. The first one was 260 minutes. And In Search of Tomorrow is 300 minutes. Of just straight documentary. Which I love. Bubble wrap. Cats will play with that. We got posters. Posters. We got posters. We got a card. In Search of Darkness. This is... Ooh. Well, that's just not fair. Now I have to spend more money. In Search of Darkness, 1990 through 1994. So, In Search of Darkness is basically 80s horror. It's all 80s horror. So, now they're getting into 90s horror. And so, we'll see how that goes. But, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. We'll throw this down there for Val to get into and play with, and then I will show you what's in here. So again, I got this card, In Search of Darkness 1990 through 1994. Thanks a lot for taking more of my money, because that's exactly what's going to happen. So that's October 2023 is, I'm guessing, when they look to get those out. So that's probably already on sale, so that's probably going to get my money. Well, it is going to get my money. And then In Search of Tomorrow Part 2, looking at summer 2023. So I haven't funded that one yet, but I will. You get this great In Search of Darkness Part 3 enamel pin. Oh, let me just take that out because it's gonna come out of there anyway. So, got this enamel pin. If I can get it in there without getting that glare. But it's basically the skeletal gravekeeper, cemetery keeper, whatever it's called, on the cover of this. And then this is In Search of Darkness, a lifetime membership. Oh, and it has a QR code on the back, so I'm not going to share that. But it's a little card that looks like a VHS tape. And on the back, yeah, it's just the back of a VHS tape with a QR code in that. So I'm not going to share that. But I got that. And then, of course, the Piece de Resistance, if I'm saying that right. The Blu-ray with the slipcover. So Let me get this out of here. A lot easier to slip out of there than In Search of Tomorrow. That thing was in there really tight. So, I thought I was going to have to break the slipcover apart just to get into the disc. But, and of course, it's got the alternate cover, the In Search of Darkness cover with the little kid in front of the TV. And it may have I think the others may have had it, but this may have like an alternate turnaround cover. Yeah, it does. But I'll just keep this one on there because it comes with the slip. So no need to turn it around. But when you get into it, this is what you get. Your booklet, your disc. Again, slip comes out. You get this cover, but on there. So if you want to turn that around, if you're not a fan of just the OG art that it comes with, then you can change it. I can never get them back in just right. It's always off keel just a little bit. All right, but yeah, that is In Search of Darkness Part 3. So, and I think some folks now you could get the complete set, and they sold like a separate box, I guess, that you could put the whole trilogy in. But now that they're releasing the 90 through 94, I guess the box set is a bit of a moot point because it's just going to add to it. I guess they can just sell a bigger box set later. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get into that. This one is 342 minutes. So of the three, this is the longest one. Technically of the four if you count this one. Because I think this was, 300 minutes. So this one's going at the highest count so far. And if any of you have seen this, I think it's on Shudder, or maybe just if you go to their website for In Search of Darkness, you can watch these, and it's a lot of celebrity interviews, things like that. So it's a lot of fun, especially if you're into horror. Some people tell me that when I say horror, it sounds like I'm saying whore. So sometimes I check myself on that. But yeah, I'm interested in The Search of Tomorrow Part 2. But yeah, that's what it came with right there. Well, not those three, but that's what it came with right there. And posters. It looks like there are several posters in here, so we'll just go ahead and get into this real quick, and I will share each one of these posters and what I got. I don't know if I've seen too many of these unboxings online, but I do know within The Search of Tomorrow, I was very hesitant to watch any of them because I was eager for mine to come in. But let's go ahead and show these posters off. So this first one I really like. It's like a bedroom. It's just a big horror-themed bedroom. If you can see that without all the glare, I'm sorry. But it's a nice horror-themed bedroom. It's got the old tube television with the crank dial. I think if I put any of these up, it's going to be that one. Let me just put that there. You got the OG In Search of Darkness Part 3 just poster. And then you have the slipcover art. The larger slipcover art. So that is awesome. Yeah, I think of these three, the one that I will frame and eventually put up one day down the line. These have like a nice, I guess, kind of a matte finish almost. It's like a gloss / matte finish. Almost like, If anyone worked at a theater, it's kind of almost like a Mylar, like a that said the title of the movie above the theater. It used to be these like little Mylar placards that you would slip into there. But yeah, this one's my favorite, and if I hang one up, it's gonna be this one for sure. I really love this one. It's got a lot going on. It looks like was it Nightmare 2? I think is on the TV. Got Tarantula. It looks like, oh no, this is a video store. It looks like, I guess it has staff pics, or it's somebody's bedroom made to look like a video store. No, it's got yeah, that's front doors. So yeah, this is like you're going into a video store. So, no, man, I'm just going back and forth with this. It actually looks like somebody designed their bedroom to look like a video store, but there's no bed to sleep on. But yeah. Well, a lot of stuff there. Hellraiser, you got Ghostbusters, Creepshow. You got a little critter right here. So yeah. This is, I'm guessing, that may not be, I don't know. They have Nightmare on Elm Street, the VHS right there, so that may be what that is, but yeah. In Search of Darkness, Part 3. I finally got mine in, so that's probably what I'll wait and do on a Sunday or Saturday if I'm doing chores inside the house. I'll have this playing and doing chores at the same time. Keep me entertained while I'm scrubbing floors or doing whatever it is that I'm doing. Whatever it is I have to do to maintain a house. And keep kittens happy. Val is just down in the box right now. It's her box. She's letting me know that. Her and Bill will go back and forth over whose box is whose. And you think one has given up on it, and then the other jumps in, and then it's a back and forth. Isn't it? But yeah, In Search of Darkness Part 3. I'm excited to get into this. I'm going to scan this QR code on the back here and see what kind of fun perks it gets me. And I'm sure I'll put this pin on a bag or something. So, yeah, that's In Search of Darkness. That's what I got. That's what I'm sharing with you. If you picked it up, drop down in the comments below. If you got this and if you're excited, I didn't even know about 90 through 94. So if you're excited about that, or if you're already funded the In Search of Tomorrow Part 2, because I'm sure that'll turn into a trilogy set as well. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye.